on stream on the phone just because I found out I get a lot of views and people do like it. So we're going to do it this way. Fix that a bit. There we go. Hopefully everyone can hear me just fine. That is the main thing. I'll pull this over here a bit too. There we go. Might even build up a system. Might actually build up a system. Not too sure. This one wasn't really a planned live stream, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Should clean this up though. Hey, how's it going, Flaming? Flaming Crow. Flaming Crow. What a name. Nice. How goes your night, day, afternoon? This is what I use for streaming on my normal PC. Just streaming on my phone. People do seem to like it. Gonna answer any kind of questions that they have for PC hardware. I am one of the best overclockers in the world, like a top 100 overclocker, and a 10th and up for Canada. Should grab something to clean this though. Hopefully this sounds good. I'm not normally used to streaming on my phone, so hopefully it sounds alright. Hey, how's it going, man? Hate that vegan teacher. How goes your night? Should find something to clean this though. Okay, I don't know what that says, but welcome to the channel, man. So I just put up a video not too long ago about reviewing Amazon's cheapest water block, and I paired it up with the 13900K if you have not seen that. This? It's my PTZ webcam. So it moves around, up, down. It's 4K webcam that I use. How's it going, good boy? Yeah, this is what I use for streaming. And I got the box right here, actually. Except for it's backwards, apparently, so that's kind of odd. Yeah. It's a 4K webcam. It's OBS bot. Hopefully it sounds alright. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not used to streaming on my phone, so hopefully everything sounds alright. Then I'm going to be testing out the GT610 here. See what kind of performance we can do on a GT610. It's a really old graphics card, but might still have some life for certain things. We'll have to see. Maybe it's just good for a display, for a display output. We'll have to see. Actually, should put that together. See how it doesn't have the bracket. I was using in a NAS for a while. The NAS case was really small, so let's see. I got some screws I gotta grab. One sec, just grabbing some screws. Got it. Great, I'm leaving now. That he's not on the screen the whole time. Well, take her easy, man. Yeah, I grabbed it. Put this together. If you want to see me on the screen the whole time, just go watch some of my videos. I'm always on the screen. That doesn't even fit. Oh, dang. Well, that sucks. I think this one will work. I think this screw here will work. Yes, it will. So yeah, guess you can't really see what I'm doing, but that's okay. I'm just here to answer questions, man. Whatever you guys want about PC hardware. I know it all. I do reviews, I do leaks, make videos on PC hardware, GPUs, CPUs, motherboards, RAM kits. I do like talking about RAM. Go. My daily driver is a 3070 Ti that's been modified. Tech Titan, what's up? I was trying to find you on YouTube to check out that Battlefield 1 video, and guess what? After spending over an hour trying to find you, I couldn't find you. So, if you could help me out. Do you smoke crack, sir? I'm sorry, I do not smoke crack. I don't do drugs or even drink. $40.70. I just came back and I'm back on the screen. My apologies, man. My apologies. I'm back on the screen. Hopefully it doesn't hurt your feelings too much. I like to talk about RAM, yeah. DDR3, DDR4, DDR5. I'm very good with DDR5. Getting better with DDR3. Pretty good with DDR4. Do I want to try it? No. I don't want to try it. And you have a 4070 Super, it's a good GPU. You should definitely send a link there, bud. Go check out that video. 100% will. But so we had that all set up now. Held for review. I'll have to. I got that YouTube moderator AI crap, so comment on one of my videos. How about that? Just comment on one of my videos. It'll work. Is this a chat on the YouTube about being secretly gay? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Unfortunately. So yeah, again, I do like to talk about RAM. The RAM kit I use in my daily. It's right here, actually. So these are Corsair Dominator Titaniums. They're Hynix M die. It's a 2x24, so 48 gigabyte kit. Jesus Christ is King and the way to eternal salvation. You know something I want to RAM? Me too, I'm kind of confused too. RAM, DDR4, DDR5, DDR3. Timings, frequencies, I know it all. Oh, thank you. Thermal Grizzly makes good thermal paste. Perfect. I'll take a look at that there, Tech Titan. Thanks for leaving me a comment on there so I can take a look. I'm good with my fingers. Well, I've been in the construction work zone force for quite a while, so I am pretty good with my fingers and hands. Is that a certain hole on the body? DDR4, DDR5 are those code words for a hole in the body? No, man, I'm sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble. I shouldn't even said that. I'm sorry. God. Can you have a picture of my fingers? How about this? Boom. How's that? Not good enough for you? I hope those are nice and sexy for you, man. How about 4? I got 4 fingers. How about that? I don't have 5. See, it's gone. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Don't ask for feet pics, though. It's not going to happen. Like, that's why I went on streaming on my phone, because last time I was on here was pretty great, too. Definitely closeted, but nice guy all around. Fuck you. Show me those feet, damn it. No, I'm sorry, man. Can't do that. Hey, how's it going, Chris? Welcome back. I figured I would live stream on my phone again. I got a bunch of different kind of viewers and that, and yeah, what a great bunch we got going here right now. Plus, I could just easily talk to my viewers this way because literally the chat's right in front of me. Oh, God. He came just right on down. A ship of boxed hair? Hey, buddy, I cut my hair not long ago. Still got the hair. You want it? It's all yours. I'm actually sending it out for donation, so people can make it into a wig because it's a long hair. About 12 inches of hair I'm selling. Well, not selling, but giving away for donation, charity, whatever you want to call it. Hair fetish. The MH stands for my hair. Apparently, no one has any kind of, questions about RAM or CPUs or GPUs or anything like that. They want to talk about hair and feet. So that's great. Even do coolers, CPU coolers, GPU coolers. Get lost in my eyes. I'm glad you enjoy my eyes, man. Oh, brutal. The bunch I'm getting this time around. It's okay. You seem like a decent bunch. Odd, but decent. MAU RAM in and out. I could stick some RAM in a slot and take it out a bunch of times if you'd like. Just need them super chats. Oh, yeah, that's also got Amazon's cheapest kit of RAM for DDR5. It's a great kit. Made a video about it. Just definitely go take a look. Exactly, super chat. Dude's definitely got a hammer that looks exactly like his face. Nice and smooth. Wow, yeah, kind of hairy. I got something else that's 12 inches. So do I, man. So do I. I keep it wrapped around my leg to keep it hidden. This is just held for review. You gotta watch what you're saying, man. It's just gonna keep being held by a review. You know that, right? I mean, it's not technically PG, but I mean, for some reason, the AI on YouTube for messages is brutal. Mine been in my shoe so long, got a toenail growing out of it. You had a storm? Yeah, man. Power just came on today, so yeah, I hear you on that. Think how much all it's done. I'll have to finish it up tomorrow. I did get the RGB working on the cooler pump. Nice. It is, yeah. YouTube is pretty brutal sometimes. And I don't know how to unhold the messages on my phone. Again, generally I'm streaming off my PC. It's just I'm finding a bunch of different kind of people on streaming on my phone earlier, and yeah, people seem to like it. So figured I'd try it out. So I definitely hear you on that. I know, yeah, yeah. They copyrighted some of my videos due to the fact I had uncopyrighted memes in it. Brutal. Yeah, it is brutal. Yeah, man. No. Yeah, I I'm pretty chill, relaxed, just out here for fun, trying to give facts for people who actually want some facts on PC hardware. Can't touch this. Hey, glad your battery backup works. I have to replace my battery in mine. Unfortunately, it's an old UPS, and I have to replace the battery. But I might as well just get a new UPS because the battery costs about the same amount as a new UPS, which is absolutely insane. And that's how they get you. Talk about water cooling fittings. Just putting it out there, you know what I'm saying? Should make another coffee though. Mine's almost gone. Yeah, the one was only like 50 bucks for 360 watt, which is barely enough, I think. Depends. As long as you're not, using it hard when the power goes out, you should be fine. For most systems, even with my 13900K and 3070 Ti, that'd be good. I'm a self-employed computer tech since 2012. That's why I decided to make a channel as well. To tell you something to look out for, Frog Boy X1 Gaming. That dude is new to PC gaming and lies to everyone because he knows nothing. Yeah, probably. There's a lot of people out there. I saw some YouTuber saying he has all the records on 3D Mark. So all the records on 3D Mark, and I so many comments, and he didn't even know how to RAM overclock, but he had all these records on 3D Mark. I can get records or get the top score on 3D Mark with basic stock settings almost on my PC hardware against other PC hardware of the same caliber. That's how easy it is to get top on 3D Mark, to get to actually go against other people that might know something a little bit, maybe, is hardwarebot.org or hwbot.org. And that is why I am top 100 in the world for overclocking, because I am on hardwarebot.org. On one of my live streams about almost 4 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I had some of the best overclockers in the world join my stream and asked me to join their team. So now I am in Team WEG, one of the best overclocking teams in the world, with the best overclocker in the world, Splave. So that I'm unbannable. He likes AMD GPU, so he even tells people the 97XE can beat a 5080 and thinks a 5090 can't be that much better, but he's never had one. See, I don't have some GPUs in that, but again, I have Discord members and people actually own like all these kind of GPUs too, even if I don't have it. Plus, I do the actual research on it. And yeah, the 9070 XT is pretty good, but it matches a 4070 Ti and right around a 4070 Ti Super. That's with like a frame gen though, so it doesn't actually match it. I'm just going to benchmark my build to make sure it's performing at least the way it should. Yeah, very true, very true. You should definitely do that. Again, if for the benchmarks I like to do, again on 3D Mark, is Steel Nomad. So download Steel Nomad and use DX12 because DX12 is an API for Windows. Vulkan is for an open source for so many different kind of operating systems. So use DX12. What up, Brom? I didn't realize there's such a community for this. I'm A plus and CCNA certified, but haven't worked in it for a while. Just stumbled into here from the algorithm. Very interesting. It's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to get my algorithm around. Channel's growing crazy. Gotten about 50 subscribers in the past like 8 days now. So absolutely amazing. Right, I have a lot of videos on my 4070 Super versus 9070 XT. You're welcome to use any of the footage as long as you tag me. Of course I'll tag you, man. Thank you for letting me use your footage. DX12 Steel Nomad, got it? You got it. You got it. You got it. That's what you should be using. It's free. It's on Steam. Boom, done and done. Another thing I like to use is Benchmate. Benchmate has a whole bunch of different benchmarks for benchmarkers like myself. And yeah, it ranges from Cinebench all the way down to GPU benchmarks as well. They're not showy though. They're 2D benchmarks. Well, I guess, yeah, they're all 2D benchmarks. So not 3D benchmarks like on 3D Mark where you get to see video in that. They're 2D benchmarks as in they just either show a picture or numbers. And that's it. Why did this chat turn nerd? We were headed to the gay area. No. I'll like and stuff for sure. You don't gotta sell me. I just gotta realize overclocking has gotten so cool. Oh man, it's been cool for a long time. Just no one's ever really cared about it. Yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's actually awesome to do. Overclocking's awesome. Yeah, 50 subs. It's been crazy, 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 crazy. I've been averaging almost 4,000 views a day now, so that's awesome. All that hard work starting to pay off. I guess getting monetized by YouTube maybe does help out a little bit for the algorithm too. I'm not sure. I just been using, like I said, just figured out the live streaming on the phone helps out for different kind of viewers and or just people around just on their phone. So it's kind of awesome. Yeah, money, money. Apparently, there's an issue with YouTube putting like 8 different ads throughout a like 1 hour long like video. So if any of you do see any of my videos and there's a whole bunch of ads throughout it, message me in the comment section and I will message YouTube about it. People are having issues with YouTube just adding in like 8 to 10 different ads throughout a 1 hour video. Throughout like a 20-minute video, they'll add like 3 different ads as well, and I do not want that. Would it help with revenue? Yeah, but do I want all these ads? No. I want people to enjoy the video, at least a little bit, you know. You just finished your stream, nice man. Hopefully you had some views there. I did join, of course. Your sub, oh well, thank you very much, man. Too kind, too kind. Yeah, been editing videos like mad. I've just gone through a whole bunch of videos too that I had stored up. I have to go through hard drives, like 10 different hard drives that are full of videos from doing past videos from over the year. I have to go through it and delete a whole bunch so that way I have more hard drive space. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to do this. I'm gonna try to do the streaming on the phone too. Again, like I said, it seems to bring a different kind of audience that either is funny as F or just chill as F too. So it's awesome. Alabama, nice. I am from Canada. Good old Canada. Born and raised out in the woods, so yeah. I used to hunt, fish, and do all that kind of stuff, and then I turned out to be this kind of guy, you know, a PC nerd. Wow. I turned out to be a PC nerd when I was younger, but now I've been even more of a PC nerd. Into real depths of the actual how PCs work and overclocking GPUs, modify them so that way they work even better too. If you guys are liking the stream, it seems to be pretty boring compared to my other streams, but I mean, I guess it's something, right? Might take you guys for a walk and I'll go make myself some coffee. Let's go. Seems to blow up. I'm about to do a video 100 days using my one keyboard and mouse hybrid, and totally also from Canada too. Very nice, Rom. 100 days using it, very good. That's quite a while. Hobbies are more fun when you're an adult because you have more money for them. I guess, well, some people have more money for them. I can't find a job right now, so yeah, brutal. Not good for me. Been trying to sell my expertise in building PCs, but no bites yet. There you go, man. I want to be a child. You should fund me. You're in Berta? You're in Berta? Are you in Berta or are you ramming Berta? Yeah, man, we grew up poor too. We literally hunt and fished for our own food, or we either raised our own food, so our own pigs. We went to dairy farms that basically I worked at as a kid. So all throughout, going through a little bit of public school into high school, I worked on a farm, and yeah, that's what we did. That's how we ate most of our food. You're about to buy a single tower in Canada. If you can at all make some money on that, I wouldn't mind putting it through you. Buy a single tower. Getting affiliate links, I would have to contact them, whatever tower you're getting, and see. But getting affiliate links is not exactly an easy thing to do. Again, I'm trying to get sponsors. I'm trying to get all this kind of stuff too. But as a small channel with under 30,000 subscribers, it's not easy. It is not an easy thing to do. Bret Hart was my favorite wrestler growing up. Yeah, Bret Hart, nice, man. Mine was Rey Mysterio because I'm a short guy, so Rey Mysterio was one of my favorite. You've got range from serious about Ram to getting rammed, dude. You're go away. Yeah, man. I can go from that to that. It don't matter to me. We're here to have fun and just, live life, man. Oh, Alberta. You're from Alberta. Oh, nice, man. I was gonna go out there and do some oil mining, but not oil mining, oil rigs. Do some oil rigs when I was younger, but I never did. Should have. A bunch of my friends did, and now they're living the life. They came back, put a down payment on a house, bought a brand new truck with cash, so they did really good. And then what I did, I went and I worked for a company that I used to cut limestone. So yeah, not great. Eddie Guerrero, best match ever. You got that right, man. Yeah, man. Holy, we're talking way back now. Way back when The Rock was cooking. And Booker T. uh, you will, I believe in you. It was also mine. I'm glad he came back to wrestling with his son. Yeah, he had to talk to a wrestling community about using his mask again because after he had his mask ripped off, he had to. He wasn't allowed to wear his mask again. That's part of the rules. I grew up where Ric Flair lived in North Carolina. Harlem Heat. Yeah, way back. Yeah, in my opinion, it's way back. A lot, in some people's opinion, it's way back, right? I didn't know Ric Flair lived in North Carolina. Woo! Yeah. uh, yeah, the good old days. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm in Grand Prairie. Oh, you're in the Grand Prairie. Oh, yeah. So when your boyfriend leaves you, you could just see him walk away for the next 100 miles. A lot of wrestlers live there. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Come up here, buddy, and I got you, brother. Hell yeah, brother. That's all the way back in the East. Well, yeah, yeah. I watched it in the '90s. I was born in the early '90s, so lots of work right now. Yeah, no doubt. For construction and trades, for the town that I'm living at, it's booming, but there's no jobs. Like no jobs, which is absolutely insane. In and out, I trust you. You trust him? I'm sorry, I don't. Except for there's probably a lot of work out there. It's probably true. Probably a lot of work. It's insane where I live right now. That it's booming, but there's no jobs or any jobs out there is not in my kind of category. Unfortunately. Yep. Good old wrestling back in the day was the thing to do, especially when you only had 3 channels. We only had about 3 channels growing up, so yeah, I got to watch The Simpsons and wrestling. The good old days. Doesn't matter. I was always out riding my dirt bike or 4 wheeler at the time, anyway. So, or fishing. Fishing was the main thing too. We need some super chats pouring in. Canada doesn't have a Trump, I guess. No idea who the president is. We don't have a president. We have an MP, a PM, a prime minister. And yeah, Trudeau is out. There's some sort of person in, and we're hoping that Pierre gets elected. The election is either going to be held to the like election time or might be an early election for us, and Pierre will probably be the one to be taking place. Hopefully, but yeah, we have a Trudeau. To be honest, I'll trade you Trudeau for Trump. We used to take 2 hoses and put them together and make a big circle. That was our wrestling ring. Nice, man. Currently, it's I don't know what that word is. Liberal election at the end of April earliest. End of April earliest? Okay. You'll get your shot? I don't know about that, but we'll see. Things can take a turn pretty quick. Over the past few months, my channel is absolutely booming, so it's great to see. One of my videos that I just posted up about Intel needs an apology video, and is how the motherboard manufacturers are kind of overvolting their CPUs, Intel CPUs. It's got more dislikes than likes, but I've gotten a whole bunch of subscribers from it, so I really don't care about the dislikes. I've gotten 11 likes and 14 dislikes. Crazy. Put the head on bed so we can talk about the feet now, man. Take her easy though, man. Hope you have a good sleep. You believe April 20th is the earliest? Trying to pay attention to make sure I vote. Yeah, no doubt. I'll definitely have to take a look at that too then. Did live near a small town. I lived in it was called a hamlet, under 200 people. I lived in a very small town called a hamlet. Peace. Yeah, I grew up in a very, very small town. There's about 35 houses on it, so, and three of them were farms, so very small. It took so long that Google Maps didn't actually have the town or the hamlet. It had the pond, the pond that was there. Yeah, I spent most time outdoors. Whenever I was spending time inside, I was tearing apart PCs or um, customizing RCs so that way they can drive about 2 miles away, put lights on them, make them fully waterproof, customize RC tanks and stuff like that. Threw them in the ponds, let drive them out. It was pretty cool. When I was very young, where I lived, it was all farms, but it's all housing developments now. Yeah, no doubt. All the farms got bought out, and then like it's hard to say no to like 40 or 50 million waving you in the face, right? This is where we lived some lives, yeah. Yeah, you never know who you see around the world. I've met some people that used to live around in the same town in completely different parts of Canada. So it's a small world. It's a small world after all. Exactly, it'd be hard for to say no to like $50. Exactly. Yeah, and then you got the big farmers out there that make a lot of money, and they'll just buy up other farms, and they'll buy up the other farm. If let's say they see a good price for development on it, they'll just sell it right away. So it is what it is there. And I gotta make another coffee. Brutal, brutal. And we are talking about PC stuff or anything right now, but PC hardware is what we should be talking about. So if anyone has any kind of questions, please let me know. If not, we can just continue doing this. It's nice to chat once in a while, you know? It's like a heart to heart, but to like a heart to heart to a whole bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? People I don't even know, so I can even talk about it, whatever I want. Like them feet pics. Get 8 likes on the video now? Well, thank you very much, everyone. I should build a PC right now, too, though. That's what I could do. I could build a PC. I do have to get a PC all set up. I just did a testing on Amazon CPU block, Amazon's cheapest CPU block on a 13900K, and very nice. Those the 062 guy, RTX 3080 Ti or 5070. Ooh, tough choice. If you have a motherboard that can support PCI Express 5.0, it will get better in time. But I would say 3080 Ti. To be honest, 3080 Ti. It's already been optimized for gaming and stuff like that for basically all the games now. So 3080 Ti would be better right now. But if you are, holding off and want to wait a while, I would say 5070. Best CPU, cooler or water cool? It's a CPU block, so it's on a custom water loop. I would say 5070, man. It's so much newer. Depending on what you're trying to do, right? Depending on what you're trying to do. The encoder on 5070s can be better, of course, than the 3080 Ti. At this point, I would be afraid I would have to take a 3080 Ti apart and redo the thermal paste, but I guess that's easy for. It is. It's like almost a daily thing for me, man. It's like a daily thing. I modify my hardware, man. My GPUs, I modify them. I solder little components, little SMTs onto them so that way they have no power limit, or a whole bunch of different things that I do to my GPUs to make them better. It's the only way you can get the records too, is if you modify your GPU. So then you also got to do binning too. So that's why, like this is nothing, but that's why I have tons of RAM. Like literally, this is nothing. I have handfuls and handfuls of RAM, um, because you buy a whole bunch at a time, and boom, you have to bin them. You go through each RAM stick to see what kind of overclocking it is, see what kind of voltages it can handle. Some RAM kits don't like high voltages, and you want to be able to use at least 1.9 on some RAM kits. I'll get there. I'll have to find some deals on some used stuff. Exactly. Yep. Let's find some used. You just pray that they work, eh? Yeah. Sometimes that's how it is too when you're buying used for RAM, especially old DDR3. You just hope that they work. So, but yeah, that's what you gotta do for when you're doing overclocking or extreme overclocking. You gotta buy a bunch at a time. You gotta see what one's the best for the voltages, best for going down cold. Again, like I said, RAM, you want to make sure that it can handle the voltages that you're looking to use. Generally, for DDR3, you're going to be using 1.9 to 2 volts on DDR3 for getting certain frequencies. And then you're going to want to make sure that it can hit like 2600 megahertz at least on CL8 or CL9 at a decent voltage without going up to like 1.9. You'd have to see if it can hit a low cast latency, because you need the cast latency to help the performance on DDR3 for sure. And then other timings as well, because there's a whole bunch of different timings. Then you have to look at the ICs. The main thing is the ICs, the chips that are on them. It will actually help having certain kind of ICs on them. So yeah, there's like Nanya's good for certain things. Samsung's good for certain things. Hynix is good for certain things for like different kind of timings and that. Then you got different kind of Samsung, Hynix, and that different kind of ICs that there's different kind of makes of DDR3. And then you got DDR4 that has different kind of ICs and different kinds. And then DDR5, of course, DDR5 is just brutal to overclock. Takes a long time to learn how to overclock DDR5 for stable. DDR3, if it turns on and goes into Windows, it's basically good to go. DDR4 is kind of like that. DDR5, you might be able to load into Windows, but it might not be stable at all. So it's brutal. Absolutely brutal. But it is what it is there. Depends on what you're talking about. AMD, good luck trying to get 6,000 or above. 6,000 is around its sweet spot. You can get some motherboards and CPUs that are good for 6,400 if you're really lucky. You can get 6,800 if you're really lucky. You can get 6,800 on AMD. For Intel, though, Z690 Oris Master is something I've always recommended. It's a really good board. Easily do 6,800 megatransfers per second. Basically, anybody can get them working. MSI makes some decent boards for it, but it's not guaranteed that you're going to be hitting 6,800. But 6,000, no problem. There's a lot of different. A lot of boards can do 6,000. It's the CPU that won't be able to do 6,000 at CL28 is the issue that a lot of people are having, because they got kits now that are CL28 or even CL26, and guess what? Not all CPUs can do that. Is an X870E better than an X870 for using 4.6 of RAM? No, they're about the same. They're about the same. For at least RAM overclocking, they're the same. But getting 6,000 working isn't too difficult to do. If you're okay with dealing with some voltages to get them stable, sometimes you just have to raise the voltage of the It's not the CPU, but the actual RAM itself. And if you can get a decent kit, which is like a 6000 CL30, it will be about 1.35 or 1.4 volts. If you're okay with dealing on, raising the voltage to 1.45 volts, that will generally help keep them stable. It's very not too difficult to get them stable. It's just the lower the cast latency, the higher the voltage is, basically. Yep. Again, depending on the cast latency that you want to run them at, or what they are. Do you believe you said yours are CL32, right? I have a pretty good memory, so I think that's what you said. CL32 on yours. Is ROG Strix Z70A good because I got that for my white PCM build? Yeah, Z790. Yeah, it's good. The ROG Strix decent. Not cheap motherboard either, but it's good. They're CL30? Okay. Yeah, if they're CL30, let's say you put in the extra two sticks of RAM, and they got to be the same, like the exact same. You cannot have a different kit of RAM. They have to be the exact same. In my opinion, you should not even be mixing the same kits of RAM because they could be a different batch of ICs and they could be a little bit different timings. But as long as you get the same kit of RAM, let's say you go in and you're gaming or something like that, it's not stable, it either crashed or crashed the game or something like that. You can go into the BIOS and raise the voltage by a little bit. So not your anything with your CPU, just raise the voltage of the actual RAM, just up a little bit. That will actually help stabilize it, just because it's such a low cast latency. Yeah, that's why the stuff I got so that I can get two more if I ever wanted to. Okay, yeah, make sure you're using the exact same. Yeah, it's Lexar, yeah. Lexar, so it should be pretty standard. Standard is not a word nowadays, buddy. Yeah, but majority, the main thing is now for the four DIMM motherboards to get four sticks of RAM working. I got four sticks of RAM working on my motherboard, no problem, with the Z690 ORS Master. I got 64 gigs running, no problem. Um, at 6,000, it was very, very easy to do. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you understand that, yeah. Because it could be a different batch. There's batches made, right? And even though it's the same kit of RAM, it could be from a different batch, which some timings might be different. And let's say you put them together, those timings don't match up, and one kit of RAM does not like the other RAM timings, but you're not sure which is which. You would have to basically manually tune all the secondary timings to make sure that they all match and are all stable, because you're not sure exactly what kit of RAM is has just different ICs. You'd have to search, like, take apart the RAM stick, look at the ICs, and then search up exactly what they're running, which is a big headache. So that's why I always recommend one single kit of RAM. No, no, they can even have Hynix. They can even have Hynix. They can be the exact same, but different batches, which different batches might have different timings. That's what I'm saying. Just depending on what they manufacture, it might be using Samsung for the next batch. No, they can even be Hynix or Samsung. You're not really gonna see Samsung for DDR5. You're gonna see Hynix or Micron. Generally, that's all you're really gonna see for DDR5. Samsung's more or less for data centers. If you do see Samsung around in the consumer market, then that's kind of an odd and rare thing to see for DDR5. Is TH360 good AIO for liquid cooler? I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that one or checked out any reviews. Yeah, it varies. It varies. Yeah, between different kits of RAMs, it can vary. So that's why it's good to search up the exact same kit of RAM and just hope that it's from the same batch and that they play well together. Because sometimes they just don't play well together. And one could be even a little bit different voltage. So that's why I'm saying you gotta really be careful. Gotta be careful. I got Alexa because that's a company that will. Alexa, you got Alexa? Yeah. Yeah, Alexa. I kind of figured what you meant. Actually, the answer phone replace it for the warranty. There you go. That's nice. I don't have actually any Lexar. I have T Create. I got Corsair. I got Corsair Vengeance. which is one of the first kits of RAM that I got for DDR5 and started overclocking on. And now I got Corsair. Well, I've had it for a while. Corsair Dominator Titaniums. One of the most expensive kits you can find, basically. It's 48 gigabytes. They're Hynix M die. Fun to overclock. But that's what I use. Right here. I know it's backwards, but boom. Oh, it's more than 10% for these ones. But so right here, because it's in my PC. Actually, I can. Give me one sec. Turn off my PC and grab it. RAM cooler. Thank you, donator. So here they are. Yeah, they are like basically double the cost, but they got hand-picked. So these are hand-picked memory chips in them, and yeah, these are 2x24, so 48 gigabytes of Hynix M die. I like these Corsair Dominator Titaniums because you can actually take off the heatsink fairly easily. I've already copper modded them, so when I got them, I copper modded them. I guess you can't really. There you go. So if you can see, there's copper chips on it, and I copper modded them. The first person I talk about the parts I bought for the PC I'm building, because not a lot of people I know about PC. Yeah, not a lot of people do know about PCs, right? Yeah, man. If again, I join the Discord if you're not part of the Discord already, and I'll talk to you even more about PC hardware and try to do one-on-ones with you to make sure everything's working proper. Yeah, 2x24 is my recommendation. It's better to have a little bit more higher density sticks. If you can make sure that you get Hynix M die, they are very good for 2x24. If you're looking to get like a 32 gigabyte kit, you want to kind of make sure they're Hynix A die because the timings are insanely good. But Hynix M die is better for getting more frequency. Not necessarily the timings, but you can get more frequency out of them. Easier to get stable. But what I like about these, so what you can do with these Corsair Dominator Titaniums is you can take this off. You see this little connector here, right here? You can take that off, and then you can 3D print your own toppers. You can 3D print your own toppers, so you don't have to have this. Or you can even buy a heat sink that goes on top of this here from Corsair on Amazon. You can buy toppers that are copper toppers that go onto here and keep your RAM kit cooler. Yeah, that's why I liked it. Plus, they have hand picked and hand binned ICs, memory chips. That's why you're paying a premium price for them. Oh, I got a little SMT in there. I guess I should go put that somewhere. Is that an RGB strip on the top that you're moving? Yeah. So there's screws. Go on the top, go into there, and it's got a connector here. So this is RGB, fully customizable, so you can use Corsair's RGB thing, and even though it's crap, you can also hook it up to a different kind of RGB software, and like completely customizable. Like whoever you want it can do whatever you want, basically. Hey, record, start the day one of using that hybrid. Yeah, man, get her done. And thanks for joining again, Rom. You probably get a few of these screws just moving that if you wanted to. Yep. And it also has, see how it has an open slot with this cooler here. So this cooler. So this is a Corsair RAM cooler. It literally blows air straight into that hole there, which actually blows air throughout it too. But again, I did copper mod it, so you can see the chips. Copper modded it, and boom, it helps cool it more, and it weighs a lot more. Yeah, it works great. I love it. This is pretty cool. I think this right here is still pretty cool. I just don't care about RGB and I care about performance. So to get records, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Boom. And these are again Corsair Dominator titaniums. These are 7,200 megatrans per second CL36. I've gotten them up to 7,400 megatransfers per second CL28. Did take 1.65 volts though. Yeah, but half the option for both is like, yeah, exactly, having the options. It's options, man. Everybody likes options. I'm just putting them away. I'm gonna be taking apart my PC and cleaning it up, and yeah, getting it all set up nicely. These are 400 for these 2x24 kits. They're 400. They're not cheap. And then you got one of the cheapest kits you can get, and these are $100 on Amazon. These T creates. No XMP like required. You just put them into your PC, and they automatically run at 5,600 megatransfers per second. So that's kind of nice about those. Bam. And there they are. I've had these for about 2 years. Basically, as soon as the Corsair came out with these right here, this lineup, I got them. Literally just for the RAM. Sometimes it's good to do. You can find good used PCs. So how I got my Z690 Aorus Master EK monoblock is on eBay. I found a good price for a 12900K combo that came with it, and the guy wasn't going to give the boxes for him, but I got the boxes for all of it too. Later on, I used a direct die on the 12900K and broke it, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is there. Part of doing overclocking, things can happen. Oh, extreme overclocking, right? Not a lot of people are going to delid their CPUs and yeah, do all that kind of stuff, so they don't really have to worry about it. But EK monoblock's been great. It's been really great actually. Cools the motherboard and CPU at the same time. But yeah, I got it on eBay, so I bought it for it's about $1,000. But at the time, the 12900K was still selling for around 450. The EK monoblock was selling for 400, and the motherboard itself was selling for around 600. So I saved a lot of money, just by buying used, and it worked great. Worked great, man. Very happy with it. Yep. And then over a lot of years, I've collected a lot of PC hardware. I was very wary of anything used being my first PC build, but now that I know what I'm doing a little bit more, I wouldn't be so afraid of the good deals. Yeah, you just gotta look out for the buyers on eBay. If you can just see that the buyer is a brand new account, has not sold anything, and or has no reviews, then of course maybe just stay away from them. Or the price can be just too good, then yeah, definitely stay away from them. Look for someone like me on eBay that is 100% seller, because those are the ones you want to look for. Mm, mm, mm. And then like again, thank you donators for everything. So this is a donator right here. This is the GTX 1080 Strix, so Asus Strix edition from a donator. So again, this is how I get some things as well, from donators. Yeah, I'm kind of a ninja on Marketplace. I bought and sold a lot of camera and film equipment. Yeah, see, I gotta get some better cameras. This is what I'm using right now, which is a an Ozbot 4K webcam. It's a PTZ, so it moves around up and down. But it's got digital zoom, so that's the only downfall about it. It has digital zoom. Works great though, in my opinion. Uses AI. It can make it do whatever it wants. It can set different kind of settings for it. It's kind of nice for that. My phone is an A8. It's very old, so the quality is not great. Not great, and if I used it before when I first started streaming, and I used it, and it now doesn't focus. It stopped focusing. It's broken, so no good there, unfortunately. So that's why I got the Ozbot webcam here. That's why I got this, because my phone stopped focusing and it looked terrible in my videos and live streams. And that thing's been good. That thing's been really good. Got it for a really good buy on Amazon for one of their sales, and I've been really happy with it. It's just not the greatest. You could probably find a real decent Sony cheap, but I know money is tight. Yeah, exactly. That's all good, man. It is what it is, right? I'm not looking for people to, just, hey, look at this guy. He needs money, and just give him money. I'm not looking for that. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice gesture, though, man. It's still a very nice gesture. I have a mic and a light and some other stuff. I can send you that, honestly. Yeah, I use a one LED bulb just positioned a certain way. I usually have a diffuser on it, so that diffuser, a napkin on it, so that way it diffuses the lights, not too bright. I got a mic already. It's a $45 mic that was on Amazon, so mic and stand condenser mic, and it had a $30 coupon, so I got it for $15. So I've been very happy with that. It's a handheld rig basically for a phone. It's got a Rode mic. Wow, that's a good mic. It is a good mic. Rode. I don't know. Thinking about maybe getting a new mic later on to see. I don't know. And the mic I got right now is working just fine though. So it's the main thing. Actually, I'll show that too. So this is what I use. It's a little condenser mic. Nothing crazy. Got a little foam for it. I don't have a PO box, unfortunately. Used to. I used to have a PO box, but it cost money to have a PO box. So no longer have one, unfortunately. Well, it's very nice of you, man. Don't know. We'll see. Might. We'll see. We'll see. I could. Never know. Never know. Really should build a PC though. At least build the one that I want to use for the competition. It's actually over there. It's actually over there. It's already in a PC case. It's in an Antec P100 silent case. It's an older case, but it's a very nice case in my opinion. It's a really old PC case. Welcome to the stream. Might go make a coffee. Maybe I'll bring you guys with me. Bam. Well, bam. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Antec makes some cool cases. Yes, they do. It's old though. It's like, I don't know when the Antec Silent P100 case came out, but at least probably 10 years ago, I would say. You get loud here for a second. Gotta warm up some water. My daily PC is in a EVGA case, an old EVGA case. I love me some EVGA. Boil some water. Boil some water. Yeah, I used to have a whole bunch of PC cases, but I got rid of them. I have a couple server cases. Actually, I got even a server. Go show off my server. Dual CPU server. Bam. Yeah. You like old GPUs? There's a whole bunch of old GPUs. Also, 12900 case, 13900 K. Yeah, got a whole bunch of stuff. Just gotta keep them somewhere. Room isn't big enough for all my stuff. I find somewhere where it's not gonna look like that. Yep, like old war trophies. You got it. They're old, but they're awesome. So like ATI graphics cards and old NVIDIA graphics cards. I show them off once in a while. I bring them out when I gotta do some overclocking on them too. Yeah, looks like shit. Looks like shit. The light's just making it terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm holding my finger over the mic too, probably, so my bad. This size motherboard for a small build. Mini ITX, of course. Gigabyte makes a really good one. You can't do any overclock. I don't know if you're hearing that. So Gigabyte makes a really good small ITX motherboard for Intel. I'm not sure if they make it for AMD, but it's really good. It's good for RAM overclocking, but you can't really do any CPU overclocking on it, unfortunately, because it is such a small one and the VRMs are not great. But yeah, mini ITX. You know, it's not easy to make stuff with one hand. Pour some sugar. Just a little bit of sugar. Go. Yeah, the motherboard I have is a Z69 Master, and it's an EATX. Absolutely massive. It weighs, what, almost 5 pounds with nothing on it, just the motherboard itself. No, just one sec here. go, stir the coffee. Hopefully that's not too annoying. It's okay if it is. Bam. Well, bam. Grab some cream. Bam. Lid's not on all the way. Go. That's a hot. That's a hot enchilada. Go. I love me some coffee. I actually like Tim Hortons probably the best. You got it. Tim Hortons is the best. Same here. I agree with that for sure. Yeah, I love me some Tim Hortons as well. The next video I'll probably put out is overclocking and reviewing Corsair Vengeance or Corsair's cheap kit of RAM. They got Micron ICs on them, unfortunately, so they're not the greatest, but they're cheap. How do you take your coffee? I like 3 cream, 2 sugar. I used to do 3 cream, 2 sweetener, but I've been getting into sugar again, so 3 cream, 2 sugar. Two sugar, 2 creams, but it's a big cup, so basically the same. Yeah. Yeah. You now see the size of my coffee cup? It's 32 ounce or 36 ounce. Holds about 8 cups of coffee. DeWalt. Yeah, man. Makes the coffee last at least about 4 hours. Stays nice and warm. Good to go for a while. Just keep on working. Keep on trucking. Almost an 8-hour shift? Nah, I drink more than that. I drink about almost 2 pots of coffee a day. I'm also doing a lot. I mean, I'm up for at least 16 hours, minimum 16 hours a day, doing reviews and making videos, and live streaming and stuff. I think the longest live stream I did was about 24 hours. You sip it, yeah. I guess that work, like generally when I'm working too, yeah, same thing. I still drink a lot of coffee. So I usually drink 2 extra large Tim Hortons before work, and then have my coffee, like my actual coffee. And then at lunch I'd go get another Tim Hortons, and then after work I get another one. Then at home I would drink maybe a pot of coffee. So yeah, 2 pots of coffee. You don't eat until you're done, man. I couldn't do that. I gotta eat before work, and I gotta eat during work, and I gotta eat after work. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's, yeah, I'm generally slugging, so yeah. 1 meal a day, that's brutal. I couldn't do it. I could not do 1 meal a day. I'd wither away into nothing. Dang, that's hot. I still do. When I was doing bodybuilding, but not really bodybuilding, more or less powerlifting. When I was doing powerlifting, I used to eat 11 meals a day. 11. I ain't talking like a snack. I'm talking meals a day. My boss would always be like, "Do you ever stop eating?" I go, "No." I'm pretty short. I am 5'6", almost 5'7", and the heaviest I got was 195. I also ate protein bars for snacks in between. In between the meals, I had protein bars, protein shakes. But I ate every 45 minutes to almost an hour during the day. And then I would wake up in the middle of the night and make myself some more food. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on food. Used to spend a lot of money on food. But again, I do my best to make it as cheap as possible. Still still cost a lot of money. A lot of chicken, a lot of rice, some veggies, but a lot of chicken, a lot of rice, and steak once in a while. It's hot. He's really, really hot. I'm making shorts lately too. Shorts are kind of an odd one to do though. Yeah, gotta try to get the YouTube algorithm in my favor, right? If you're new to the live stream, welcome. Mm-mm. Oh God, that's pretty dusty. Mm-mm. Q-tip. Clean this up a bit. A bit better. A little bit better. It's dusty. Oh. I guess I haven't cleaned it in a few months at least. You'd like to build something smaller for your next one, like maybe about the size of a toaster with a 9070 XT and 50. Oh, E 9070. Oh, what are you talking about? 9070 X3Ds, I think is what you're saying there. And a 5070. That would be small build for those. I don't think you can find a 5070 that small, to be honest. And to be able to cool a 9700 X3D, I mean, you need a fairly good cooler. So being able to go that small, I don't know if it's going to be feasible and or use a brush to clean my GPU. Perfect, man. You're getting it done there, Hart. How's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while. I would clean all your Macs with a brass brush too. Make sure you get a nice deep clean. And then maybe after you're done that, just for safe measures, you should take a sledgehammer to it, so that way it's guaranteed to continue working. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You're always here, man. I built a 10.5 inch. Wow, that's pretty small. It's like my dad's that I built. You were talking about budget GPUs. Yep. Damn right it was. Look at you remembering my videos and live streams. Look at you. You're right. I did have the fancy price chart. Have you found anything that you're gonna buy lately, or find anything that you want? The last time we talked, you haven't found anything still. Well, that's a lot nicer. That's a bit cleaner. Look at that shine. Look at that shine. Blind you. Blind you with it. Go. That's ready to go back in the PC to cool the RAM. Gonna buy more pizza? Perfect, man. I like your strategy. You should make sure you buy enough pizza for me too. Better price per slice. So, like, I've worked for a bunch of companies, and after, like, working for them for a while, they start to learn that I eat a lot, and that they never bought enough pizza whenever they had like a pizza party, sit down, talk for us. And yeah, they started just handing me my own pizza box. They just started handing me my own pizza. Here you go. It's like, thank you. You know me. Investments and pie charts. Yeah. Yep, there are investments. That's why I buy CPUs 100 at a time sometimes. Well, back when I had money, I bought CPUs 100 at a time, like the Xeons I have. I can just go through them, see what one works best for me for overclocking, and then save them. Dave, where are you, Dave? Yep, Dave's still psycho. There's Dave. So it's about 19.9 degrees Celsius in here with 28% humidity, and he's sad. He was happy when I had no power and it was 5 degrees in here. He was happy, but now he's sad at 20 degrees. So I don't know. It's backwards for some reason for me. Probably backwards for you guys too. But this is Dave. This is my partner for doing overclocking. Good old Dave. Yeah, he was happy. He was happy at 5 degrees Celsius, and yeah, now 20 degrees Celsius, he's not happy. He thinks it's supposed to be a server room. He likes humidity. If humidity goes too low, he doesn't like humidity. Or if humidity goes too low, he doesn't like it. So at 37% humidity, he's not happy. So yeah, Dave is not happy. I know it's backwards, but yeah, Dave is not happy. It is what it is. It is what it is. Dave is actually Dave. My my humidity and thermometer I used when I was doing shading systems for marijuana facilities. So I used to build marijuana facilities. Then I got part of the shading crew. It sounds like a nice job. It's not a nice job. It's one of the hottest jobs in the world. Temperatures went up to about 76 degrees Celsius. And yeah, it got hot. It got really hot. And I used Dave would only go up to 56 degrees Celsius before he went black. Oh, look, he's happy. 40% humidity. He's happy. Look at that. He just changes his mind every, once in a while. Yeah, yeah. But I'd rather be working in that temperature at that really high temperature with no humidity. One of the site supervisors thought it was a good idea to add in these giant humidifying fans, like giant turbo humidity fans, and it put the humidity so high that it felt like it was 150 degrees Celsius in the buildings. So it was brutal. Welding in the water tower, yeah, probably be like that. It was brutal. It was brutal. As soon as they put the humidity turbo fans in, and it just literally sprayed micro particles of water throughout the facility, it got so hot. It was brutal. Yeah, I worked up top of by the glass, and yeah, it was 76 degrees Celsius most times. When we went outside of the building at 35-degree weather, we put on winter jackets, so that way our body temperature could cool down slowly. It was brutal. It was brutal. Drinking up to 2 cases of water a day and still wasn't enough. It was brutal. But the company bought us a house, bought us our own beds of our choice. Yeah, it was nice for that. Every Friday, whatever we wanted. So we go out to whatever restaurant we want and order whatever we want, like whatever we want, beer, as much food as we want, and it was all paid for. So that was kind of nice. But it was brutal. It was brutal. Yeah, good old Dave. I don't know what welding a water tower would be like, if it'd be good or not. Probably be better than that job, to be honest. That job was brutal. And every metal object you touched like burnt you. Touching the side of a jack burnt you. Um, it was brutal. It was a brutal job. Welding in the water tower is one of the worst jobs you can do. I don't know about that. Have you seen the people that do welding on oil rigs, underwater welding on oil rigs? That looks pretty brutal too. Water out constantly smashing you. That'd be brutal. Yeah. They also make like $300 an hour, I think it is. Yeah, I went from that and then going to working on roofs again, and it was literally like a cakewalk though. From the shading system job to roofing, like roofing on black roofs, flat roof, and shingled roof or metal roofs. That was literally nothing. Like I barely even broke a sweat from that. Yeah, they only work for 2 to 3 hours at a time, I think, if that. Yeah, they work something like that. They don't work for like a long period of time. Given it's brutal, it's a brutal job. So I wouldn't want to work that long either. I worked for 12 hours a day though in it, so not fun. 12 hours a day, 2 weeks on, 2 days off. 2 weeks on, 2 days off. I think they also live in a damn submarine, coughing under ocean for like a whole week. I don't know. I don't know how their job works or how they actually work. So, but it is what it is, right? We all make choices. We all want to make a certain kind of money. If you want to make that kind of money, that kind of job works. You just gotta know certain kind of jobs are dangerous, and it's dangerous. Danger pay you get paid. Depends on what they're doing, but it gets extreme for some of those jobs. Yeah, it would. It would get extreme on certain jobs. I think the worst extreme job I did was probably hmm, not sure. Had some pretty rough jobs. Like I said, I used to build greenhouses and that too, right? So that was pretty brutal, especially when you had to do like the plastic bubble tops. Those are pretty brutal because it's by hand. You got to grab the plastic and then go across 300 feet with that plastic. And if the wind picked up, you literally have to grab the sheet, drop down onto the actual like rails, like drop down on the rails and hug it as tight as you can, and don't let go. I tried just cleaning barnacles off the bottom of the ocean using scuba equipment. Even that was too much. Yeah, off boats. Yeah, off the boats. Yeah, I've seen that, and that wouldn't be fun either. You gotta do what you gotta do. Cannot transport those things across the oceans. That's what they're trying to make sure. That's how you got zebra mussels over here in Canada because of that. Yeah, I would do anything really that pays good money, and I'm more of construction though, and again, I do PC hardware now, so I would like to stick to my PC hardware. But I do construction, like I said, I do framing, wood, metal, roofing, limestone cutting, duct work, some plumbing, some electrical, a whole bunch of things, flooring, tile. I do all that kind of stuff. But now I do PC hardware. That's actually pretty quick. Rebuilding one of those engines, that's actually pretty quick. An El Camino. Wow. That guy must have been an absolute badass. Let me just throw it in the in the back, in the bed of my car. Good old El Caminos. 6'6", his last name was Walls. Pretty cool guy. Yeah, I bet he was a pretty cool guy driving that El Camino. Man, if he had a mullet too, man, I used to have a mullet. If he had a mullet too, that would have made things way better too. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Ford Ranchero. How about Ford Bronco? Ford Bronco is better. The old Ford Bronco, not the new piece of crap that came out. I'm not even a Ford guy, but I like the Ford Bronco. After his dad passed away, he became a millionaire, so he just liked to play with toys. Ah, that's nice. That's always nice. Must be nice. Good for him too. I mean, sucks that his dad passed away, but glad he gets to play around with a bunch of toys that he likes to play around with, right? Coffee's really good, really hot, but it's actually really good. Oh, he passed away. Oh, that sucks. Yep. It's good to make memories sometimes, right? Remember people that aren't around anymore, or they could be around, but you don't talk to them anymore. Still having memories as memories, right? Oh yeah, it's always nice. Yeah, not a lot of people like to help people, right? So it's always good to meet those kind of people. Always good. This coffee is really good. I'm really impressed that I made it with one hand and it's actually this good. I work for people that are well off. That's what I learned. I learned not to work for the Dutch. It is what it is, and the construction industry don't work for the Dutch. They could be rich, but they're cheap. Unless you just want room and board, yeah, right. Yeah, the when I was doing building like marijuana facilities and greenhouses and stuff like that, they're all Dutch. Culture the same way, yeah, probably. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing to do, but to be like being cheap. I'm pretty cheap myself, but I mean, holy moly, were they ever cheap? They're really cheap. For the whole building, they had every single screw accounted for. And if you dropped one of those screws, you better damn well pick that up. Yeah, oh yeah. Every kind of nationality is great. You just got to find people who are actually decent people. There's not a whole lot of hope for humanity, but there is some. So that's the main thing, right? It's true. But if you're, let's say, they rather you spend a lot of time, or they rather not spend any extra money on not equipment, but more or less the hardware, but not your time. Like your time can cost a hell of a lot more than one screw or one nut or one bolt. So that's what I'm saying. Like they really accounted for every single screw or every single bolt. So like pretty crazy. They rather you spend like the say one employee dropped a whole bag. Oh my god, the the owner of the company drove down a bag of nuts and bolts to us because we needed them because we were getting the job done pretty quick, so they needed to actually get the more nuts and bolts there because we're moving like we were moving. Uh, Hand it to one of the new employees. The employee dropped it in the mud. He grabbed the bag that was not like sealed because the owner didn't seal it. He just brought it in, and the guy grabbed it upside down, dropped it all. I mean, dropped it all in the mud. That guy literally spent like almost 2 hours picking up every single nut and bolt, every single one. That nut and bolt bag probably costed maybe $15 to the company. That guy's wage was $20 an hour, so that's $40 an hour or $40 just gone with that, and us waiting for more nuts and bolts because the owner did not want or to get somebody else to drive down another bag of nuts and bolts. Yeah, exactly. It was brutal. It was brutal. It's like okay, well that nuts and bolts literally costed now like how much extra money just because you didn't want to grab more, even though that could have been picked up at a later time or made the guy stay after work or something like that to pick it up. And the guy would have. I mean, that's construction. A lot of people will own up to their mistakes and work after time to fix their mistakes. That is part of working in construction. Yeah, there are some certain galvanized ones cost a lot of money too. Hot dip galvanized castle bolts or carriage bolts, I should say. Carriage bolts. They cost a lot of money per bolt. They were yeah, $5. Yep, yeah, we dealt with that a lot. They're literally like they were 3/4 inch around. They're 3/4 inch round, almost 1 inch, right? So 3/4 inch round, hot dip galvanized bolt. That's they were carriage bolts, so special bolts, and they were very expensive for those. But they held structural steel together, so they had to be done proper. Oh, you did chiller systems, nice. I guess installing some AC units, some massive AC units for commercial buildings like schools and stuff like that. Used them as well. Those are pretty big as well, anchored right onto the roof. Again, hot dip galvanized, and or they didn't really use stainless. If you use stainless, you don't really want to use stainless to stainless because it can weld itself together, cold weld itself together. It's one bad thing about stainless. Those were crazy times. Sound like crazy times. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, I'm gonna be calling it a stream here soon. Streaming almost for 2 hours again, so should probably pack it up and maybe start getting on another video. We'll see. We'll see. Again, might be doing the GT610. Might do the GT610, or I just might build up the PC that I want to build up for the competition. You got it, man. Got to get her done. You got it, Hart. Again, thanks for stopping by. You're always here. You're always here. All right. I'm going to call it a stream. So, again, thanks everyone for watching. Again, thank you to all the viewers, subscribers, and donors. You guys are helping out this channel greatly. We're just growing every single day. And as always, don't forget to get her done.